Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincey.
And you're the host, Justin.
We're not live.
We're not live. We're having a lot of hard times, man.
There's a storm in town.
And
so it's very possible that screwed up something with our Wi-Fi. We are running at, what was it? Maybe 2.8 per download?
At best.
At best.
And then we would try it again and it would do like 0.2. So
yeah, welcome to the show. I'm Quincy, your host, and that's Justin drinking over there.
Yep. Speaking of drinks, I'm just drinking a Kickstart. It's been a rough week. I'm going to be changing schedules, and probably next week I'm going to be just as tired. Yeah. So it's going to be another little tiny transition, but we're going to stay here.
I'm just doing a simple regular K-Cup, the donut shop one. Nothing fancy today, but as usual, we come to you guys with our mugs full.
Yes.
Now. Go ahead and do the plugs if you want.
Okay.
And then we'll delve into where we're at.
You got it. So, as usual, we always plug in the Geek Grind Coffee. If you go over to geekgrindcoffee.com, head up one of their amazing coffees and use our link down in the description or the code JUSTH20. That is JUSTH20. That is 20% off of your first order with them. And of course, as usual, in case like you're a little late or have already used our code before, using our link will always help us out. And even if you've used our code before, sometimes up at the very top of their banner on their website, they have other deals such as buy 2 bags of coffee, get a mug free, or maybe even 15% off of your next orders. There's always something going on. So go ahead and take a peek. Last week's movies.
Wait, did I do these right? That one's correct.
Yes.
Is that the right one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because look, 2008, 2012. Yes.
Okay, what's the one after it?
Vendetta.
Okay, so last week's movies. Yeah, 2017.
Yeah.
We did the animated Resident Evils in preparation for eventually watching the new Resident Evil show on Netflix, which is getting ripped apart.
Is it really?
Yeah. So
oh no!
People are complimenting the art. Netflix did a behind-the-scenes thing where they actually had people in mocap suits doing all the scenes.
That's
and
cool.
then animated on it.
That's fine.
But everyone says the writing is right shit.
Oh, okay.
And
so would I tear it up?
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
Oh no!
But like everyone's like, oh, I can't believe they did such amazing work with the artwork, and like they've got like this scene where like they show the guy that's playing one of them. I don't remember who. He comes like running, and he like tucks and rolls into a sitting shooting position and everything, and they mocapped the whole thing, and everyone's like, "This is so amazing." Too bad they couldn't hire a decent writer.
Ooh.
Like everyone is shitting on it for its writing.
Oh no! Okay. I mean, that is one that I have on my list just because I'm a Resident Evil fan. I've played pretty much all of them. I've played The Outbreaks. I've played Dead Aim. I've played Operation Raccoon City, as bad as that one was.
How much is that nowadays?
Still full price because they're trying to get as much as they can for that. I mean, let's see here. With the powerful success of The Last Devil May Cry and Monster Hunter World, they're just going to try and bury it. They're not going to want to deal with it.
I could buy it on 360 for $21.80. Jesus Christ. It's not even relatively new anymore. This game is how many years old at this point?
2000, like...
It's like 9 years old.
2014?
No, this came out like right after I got out of high school.
Really?
I had to have. I'm telling you. It was 2012. So 9 years old at this point.
Yeah, you can keep it.
And people, so Walmart through a third party is selling it for $116, eBay $6.99, GameStop $14.99, and then Oh Great Games has it for $13.09. It's got a 4.3 on Google.
Really?
Like the average out of 5 stars is a 4.3.
Oh.
So the actual Google is 88.
So, okay, wait. What's the other one?
I mean, everyone hates 6.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's the writing. The gameplay wasn't bad.
Steam has Raccoon City at a 6 out of 10. GameStop has it at a 3.4 out of 5, and Metacritic has a 52. So Metacritic tore apart.
Yeah. Resident Evil Resistance, it was fine. I didn't like it personally. But...
Wait, no, isn't Resistance the new thing that hasn't come out yet?
No, Resistance is the Resident Evil. I think it came out with 7.
No, that's the thing that came out with 8. That hasn't actually.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
but no, I played it. The beta.
Oh, okay. But I don't think they've actually released the official.
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna look right now.
I think it was with Resident Evil 3 remake. Resident Evil Village had...
Okay, no. So yeah, that's right. Sorry, Resistance. You're right. Resistance is with the remake.
Yeah, Resident Evil Village had the other one, the one where you could play as the bioweapons. Umbrella Corps, that was the other one. That's the other bad one. That's the one where you're looking...
Okay, yeah, look at those ratings.
Oh. Yeah, hold on. Can we get a screenshot? Let's see. Images. Where's the gun aimed down sight? Oh, come on. Be a champ. Show me the gun in face. There it is. There it is. Look at where's his hand coming from?
He's keeping it right up.
He's like this. He looks like he's actually taking the gun out of his the gun is coming out of his leg from that position because if he's crouching, it's like this. What? Look at the top of his head.
Trying to see what the damn name for that thing. What? Go away. I'm trying to see what the name for that thing was on Resident Evil 8. Like, what was the other game?
The new thing?
Here, yeah,
I got you. Resident Evil 8
Reverses or Reverse.
Yeah, okay. And
which last I saw, I don't think they had actually dropped.
The
official release.
That's right.
They may have done the demo, but
they said here's probably the beta. But let's see here. We got.
Yeah, it still says launching 2022.
Oh wow! Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see. Dark Side Chronicles played. I even played the both Revelations, Resident Evil 4. I haven't. What is this? Resident Evil Deadly Silence.
It's a DS game.
Or a DS. Oh, that actually looks really cool as a cover.
Well, look at the Biohazard version. It's just a crow.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't get too bad. 7 out of 10 on IGN, 4.7 out of 5 on eBay, and a 71 on Metacritic. You know, I would check this out. There is a really bad one.
Ooh.
Ooh? What's ooh?
Well, I'm just looking at so Deadly Silence. It's a DS game, but
yes.
Look at this.
I mean, that's not bad for the DS.
No, it's good for the DS, but it's always such a shock to go backwards.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, certain things. I would go back and play Resident Evil 2, the OG, not the remake.
I love the remake.
Resident Evil Uprising. What the fuck? What is this? Oh, it's the mobile game. Oh no.
How much you want to bet some crazy bastard freaking ported that somewhere and still has it on their computer?
So, okay, they do, because here's the cool thing. With all those, N-Gage games, well, even before then, all those, top-heavy games that are really hard to play because you have to use the numpad and all that, those all run off of Java, which, of course, is not necessarily out of date, but easy to run.
Okay.
And they're very small. They are beyond small. I'm sure I can find this right now. I'm going to do that while we are talking about this.
So, technically, JavaScript is still around.
Oh, JavaScript, yes. Java itself, no. Well, outdated. How do I pull? Can I get this on my phone?
Java is also still technically around. So
yes, but less so.
I don't know if you can get it on your phone. Really quick, back to Deadly Silence. I like you, but I don't know if I like you enough to get you this birthday gift. They're selling it for $114.
I don't even have a DS anyway, so don't
I've got 4.
Oh.
So you'd be able to borrow one of mine.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I've even got the one where the backlighting went out on it. Oh, yeah, it's so bad.
But, I mean, I wouldn't mind it. It's just... I would like to take a look at it, but oh, wait a minute. Oh, what was that? Oh, what was that? Hang on, back up. What was? Oh my God, is that an alligator? That's an alligator.
Oh, hey, yeah, the alligator.
But those actually don't look bad for mobile sprites.
What year is this?
2010.
They kind of look bad for mobile sprites.
I think it's 2010. Double checking.
We were several iPhone generations in by that
2009.
point.
On BlackBerry.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you ever know anybody that had a BlackBerry?
Yes, and I hated him.
That's my general experience with people who own BlackBerries too. Okay. But it's no mystery that we like Resident Evil. I mean, we've had so many episodes that we fall down a Resident Evil rabbit hole, and we're talking for hours.
Yeah.
And
the movies. I mean, the movies weren't bad.
Yeah. So let's look at the first one we did, which was Damnation.
No.
Sorry. Which was Degeneration.
Yes, I accidentally closed out of it.
So, in Japan, it was released in theaters. It had a box office of about 403,117 or 43 million yen.
Yeah. So that's not too good for an animated feature.
It's not really too good for a feature at
Yeah.
all. But
well, okay,
it's
then
also
again,
kind of a niche feature because anyone that doesn't play the games, I don't know if they're going out of their way to watch this.
fair enough.
And yes, the games do sell well, but there's a difference between people that play the games and people that play the games and would want to watch the movies.
I want to see something. Film 2008. I know there was probably a Ghibli film in 2008. Probably Ponyo.
Ponyo.
It
But
had-
Ponyo got an American release.
Yes, I know. Well, so did. because-
Not in theater.
Not in theater, no.
But Ponyo got an American theatrical release.
Right. But
I
what
remember
I'm saying
seeing
is-
trailers for Ponyo.
What I'm saying is, in Japan, this is also what it had to contend against. Probably someone down the line.
Point.
I don't know the exact release date, but yeah, going up against Ponyo, you lose. You will lose.
What is Ponyo's exact release? It should tell you somewhere on here. July?
203 million worldwide.
Almost exactly had to compete because this came out Degeneration came out in April.
So people were like,
what? It comes out in
2 months
April.
later.
2 months later, Ponyo comes out. So even if it was still in theaters, probably wasn't with as little as it made. But even if it was in theaters, ain't nobody watching it anymore. They're going to see Ponyo.
Yeah, and have you seen Ponyo?
I've seen parts of Ponyo. It came across very Little Mermaid-esque to me.
Kind of.
Not that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's what I kind of generally got from what I saw.
Right. What's your favorite?
Studio Ghibli?
Yeah.
I haven't seen all of them, so I don't know that I can say.
Well, from what you've seen, then.
Probably Moving Castle.
Owls?
Yeah, but I don't like how rushed the end is. And also, I love certain parts of it so much that I would have loved it as a show.
Fair enough.
Like, I would love to have seen more adventures and see more of his magic and his potion making and the things he did as the different wizards in the different towns through his door and whatnot.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
That being said, I'm happy with the movie. It's just the ending was rushed.
Yes.
Which you said happened with Kiki as well.
Kind of.
Yeah, I haven't watched Kiki yet.
Kiki has like a very slow middle, and then it says, "Oh crap," and finishes up and kind of wraps it all up. Not in a bad way, but in a this is meant for movie theaters sitting kind of way, not a sit at home watching a movie and letting it just play out naturally. You have not seen Grave of the Fireflies.
I have not. That is on our list.
Yeah, I will literally be like, pause. I'm going to walk out of the room, mess around on my phone for a little bit. You guys continue on, because there is 2 scenes in that demoralize me. Like it actually hits me really hard.
Gotcha. We've got plenty of Ghibli to go through, and we have, I think, all of it available to us through HBO Max.
No, we do not.
Which ones do we not?
We're missing a few. I know we get Porco Rosso, we get Ponyo, we got... there was 2 that I was looking for specifically. I think...
Kiki's on there.
Kiki's on there. The cat.
The cat's on there.
The cat's on there?
Yeah.
Okay, then there's one that I was looking for that I couldn't find.
So, even Earwig and the Witch, it actually
that one
came out on there.
On the yes.
That one might not be on there. Nasuka.
Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind, and I want to say
Castle in the Sky, I think, was there.
Totoro was not on there.
Totoro's on there. In
Totoro's
fact,
on there?
he's the logo that they used, too.
Oh, okay, then.
Kiki was on there, I think.
Was Grave on there?
I don't think Grave was, but I own the Blu-ray.
Yes, that's right.
Only Yesterday isn't on there. Porco Rosso is on there.
Yeah.
Okay, Ocean Waves isn't on there. Pompoko? I don't remember if that was
I
on there or
don't
not.
know.
Whisper of the Heart?
I want to say that one is.
I'm not sure.
Mononoke, I don't know. Mononoke is a staple.
Okay, that one's on there. My neighbors. Oh yeah, wait. My neighbors, the Yamadas, might be on there. There's also 2 documentaries about what's his name, the guy that is the head of Ghibli.
Miyazaki.
Thank you. I cannot think of his name. There's 2 documentaries about him on HBO Max.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Anime was a mistake.
Spirited Away, Moving Castle. I think Tales is on there. Ponyo's on there.
Ponyo's on there. From Up on Poppy Hill is on there. The Wind Rises, I think, is on there.
The problem is they're some of the posters.
Yeah.
The Tale of Princess
Kaguya.
I don't think that one's on there. But almost all of them, I should say.
Yeah.
But all right,
Back
back
over.
to
Let's stick to
Degeneration. So let's break down the ratings real quick.
Okay. You got it?
Sure. Degeneration, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb, 67 on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 91 from the Google users. Now, looking at the Rotten Tomatoes, that 67 is from critics, which is across 6 reviews, so not very many reviews. And also it being an animated video game tie-in film released in Japan. I'm not surprised there aren't more critic reviews. Like, I expect there to be very few.
Oh, yeah.
The audience, though, over 10,000 reviews, knocking it down to a 57, making it officially rotten.
Damn. This one, you can tell it's their first venture into an animated feature involving the Resident Evil universe. What with, what is it? Rebecca and Leon being the main focus. And those two, I don't want to say clash. I want to say just have a bit of not really good chemistry. Like, you see them work before, but then all of a sudden it's like Rebecca is this peacekeeper who doesn't carry a gun, but will have a holster on her, you know? And then when Leon realizes the best way out of it is to literally whip his gun at her, and then she, you know, does a pretty cool gun kata triple shot thing, and I'm like, that's cool, good, great.
Yeah.
But for what?
I will say it had a nice tie-in back to Raccoon City, the events of Raccoon City.
Yeah.
But it's very much one of those things of, really, what the fuck are the odds that these two are here with the direct Raccoon City tie-in?
Okay, wait. Leon got called in, so that's understandable.
Okay.
But Rebecca, kind of wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, again.
Yeah.
Come on, you
Yeah.
know. I don't mind the CGI animation. It's good.
It's all right.
Zombies are good,
Yeah.
you know, whatnot. We do see that it gets better as we get into the more recent things. I gotta say though, I'm putting this. Or sorry, you're gonna say you like something.
Oh, I was just gonna say I like the second half of the movie more than the first half.
Second half is better.
Yeah.
But I have to say that I'm putting this 60s.
Yeah, I'm about there too.
Because
when you watch the second movie, it really makes the first movie a little less.
well, and the thing is the sequel does what this one does, but more, if that makes sense.
In a better way?
Neither better or good. It just increases what this one did.
Okay.
So my issue
you.
with this one is it's action, it's story, action, right?
Okay.
Which is fine. That's how the games kind of are. But the story is lackluster until you get the payoff at the end.
Yes.
When you get the payoff at the end, that's when it goes back and makes everything else great.
Pretty good. Yeah.
And the action is good, but not what it could be. Not what we will eventually see, because I've only seen one scene, but what we will see in, was it Vendetta?
Yes.
The action I've seen in Vendetta puts the action in this to shame.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So,
Oh,
but yeah, I'm putting in the 60s. Does it sit in the 60s for you as well?
It sits in the 60s because compared to the second movie that we watched that night, I'll admit I kind of zone out for Degeneration just because it's like I was like, oh hey, there's that voice actor. Oh hey, there's that voice actor. Cool. Okay. by first one has Mercier and Laura Bailey, two of my favorite actors. And I think Allison Court for Claire.
The thing that kind of sucks is Laura Bailey is Miller in it, which is fine. Her being that person is fine. It's that there wasn't enough time for her. We focused on other characters too much at points.
Yeah, and then also another tiny little MacGuffin was the one behind all this, the one who caused this whole thing was her brother. And it was like, well, that's okay. Well, why did he do it?
Because he lost someone at Raccoon City?
Yeah, he lost, but why does he want to cause the whole world to feel this?
Right?
Yeah.
And then he goes and becomes Eyeball Monster.
And then, he becomes Tyrant 2.
Eyeball Monster.
Yes.
They focus too much on the senator, and not taking anything away from Michael Osorich's performance, because he actually does amazing as the senator. But it's a character. It's like, okay, we're done. Can we move on and focus on these other people a little more?
Yeah.
And the story, the story driving moments outside of the action were not handled as well as they should have been.
Yeah, there was a few scenes that kind of hung around, and you were just like, okay, next. Come, like her next to the burning building, and then looking at the picture, I was like, that could be cut way the fuck down.
And I wonder if it
took, I think, like 4 minutes.
So 2008, what Resident Evil games came out around this?
Resident Evil 4. I want to say Resident Evil 4 was like 2006. Maybe Resident Evil 5 is just about to pop out, because I think that's 2010.
Okay. We didn't get any games that came up.
No, just click that and it'll have the dates.
List, yeah.
But as said, compared to the second movie, this one is very lackluster.
Oh no, this is actually Resident Evil.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
So here we go. So
back up.
This is the original game. These are just when they were re-released.
Oh, okay. I get
so I'm going to have to go through and find the original release date being around 2008.
Okay. So wait.
So 5 would be the next game, which it would come out after this.
Yeah, okay. I said about there.
4 came out.
2005. I was a little off.
So yeah, I think this is also them going, this is the beginning of the change of what people didn't like with Resident Evil, where it becomes too much of an action genre game. This movie kind of is the first step in that, I think.
Yes and no, because in Resident Evil 1 and 2, you get Wesker's files. And when you start picking up the files and you begin to like piece together that there was an inside plot against Spencer, against Umbrella itself. And then you get like the funny notes of, man, I came into work today and my coworker bit me. You know, what a weirdo. And then the following day he says, the bite hasn't really healed too much and I'm starting to get like really itchy. And then the final bit of the note is itchy tasty, and that's where that meme comes from. Mm-hmm. And you see it devolving over the course of, I think it's 5 days.
Yeah, but you said that's 1 and 2, and that's fine. I'm saying that it was after 4. It was the transition into 5 where they stopped being what they used to be and became more of these action-y games. Luckily, 5 has certain things you can respect out of it, but then 6 ends up being the shit show that it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's one of the big complaints I've heard from Resident Evil people. That's why 7 popped off the way it did, is because people are like, it's a step back into being the horror that it was.
Yeah.
Although my complaint with 7 versus like something like 2 is, yes, it fixed the horror, and it has great boss battles that kind of. Its boss battles in 7 are probably better than the boss battles in 2, because you really only get the one boss battle in 2.
You get Yawn. Let's see. Yawn is in 2, if I'm not mistaken.
You get Eyeball Bitch.
You get Eyeball Bitch and Yawn.
Which one's Yawn?
Snake.
Is that like an optional one? Because I don't remember that.
I think it's in 2. Hold on.
Because the only boss battles I remember is when you fight Mr. X. When you actually fight Mr. X. And Eyeball Bitch.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm looking up Yawn. I think it's in 2.
Date of creation is 98, but that doesn't help.
That doesn't help anything. It says Resident Evil creatures, but it doesn't say Resident Evil 2 creatures. So I think it might have been
HD remaster.
Okay, so it's 1.
Yeah, so it's the 1 remaster.
Damn. I like Yawn.
But where I feel 7 fails compared to something like number 2 is the puzzles.
Yeah.
Like, yes, they were there, but they weren't puzzles.
Yeah, they weren't.
They also really weren't puzzles in 8 either. They kind of handed that to you in 8, you know? So, yeah, that's just kind of my thought process that this movie's maybe the first step in the going too action-y.
Yeah, and then the following movie we got actually had some pretty good characters, which is in Resident Evil Damnation. I like Damnation. I liked it a lot just because it's a lot more campy, but in a better way.
So, Damnation is good for me.
Yes.
And that
and I know
it slaps you with information.
right, and I already know something about this that is really good.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure, go ahead.
It's certified fucking fresh.
It is certified. Well, actually, it's not certified fresh, which is weird because it's 100% fresh.
What? Wait.
If you go to it, it's just 100. It doesn't have the certification.
Oh, because it doesn't have enough reviews.
It only has 5 reviews to make it that 100%. I don't know how many.
Can we become? Can someone get us in there? Get us in there.
I can't type. Reviews.
I'm so frustrated that we. Oh my
make
god,
something.
that's very frustrating that we aren't getting. So I thought it was certified fresh when it was 100.
No, so that's the stupid thing.
Fucking piece of shit.
Why to put?
While you're doing that,
So certified fresh wide release films with a score of 75% or higher are reviewed by at least 80 critics, of which 5 are top critics, and you're given that is how they are given the seal. So it also has to be wide release. I don't know. I feel like this would technically be wide release because it hit both U.S. and overseas, and had a $2.3 million box office in Japan. This one did a lot better.
A lot better, but I mean that's no freaking 200,000 or 200 million that a normal movie would be considered such. But
no,
it's
but
still
again, when you consider
great.
what it is,
Yes.
Now, this one slaps with a lot of information that to now I'm still processing. Going, did I miss something in the games, or is this something they didn't touch on until the movie? Controlling the liquors.
Okay, so controlling the liquors is an interesting plot considering they are supposed to be unruly creatures. They are supposed to be this force that is release the Krakens, and then you release them, and they go off and do their thing.
Yeah,
that's cool. And then once they go off and do that thing, they come back, or they're just released. They have no control.
Yeah,
whether they die or not, whatever. They just need to eat and continue because they're bioweapons. So that is interesting to have the control of the liquors.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Then you have the little tiny stagger that makes me go, so they had them the whole time but never used them until now. The Mr. X's.
Yeah, the other Mr. X's.
And I was like, you could have pulled those out like 20 scenes ago, and this would have probably ended a little bit more better, but hey, whatever.
I did like the female president that can beat the shit out of you.
Oh yeah, that knows Krav Maga.
Yeah, like that was fucking awesome. That was like fuck yeah, woman power. I liked the bitch in red being here.
Ada Wong.
That was fun. And I like the continued kind of she's soft on Leon stuff.
She's soft on Leon, but still doesn't give a shit. She'll still bye grapple hook.
Yeah, bye grapple hook, but then she goes and makes sure that Leon gets out safe.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
I think my problem with this one.
Oh, there's a problem?
Yeah, so while it slaps you with a lot of information, and the action is really good, and that's where I'm like, it does extra of what the previous one did. It ups the action, it ups the story. It still feels kind of disjointed in the world we're in with the games.
Yeah. Okay, I will give you that. It does feel a little
for something that's canon.
Yeah, it feels a little disconnected because you're like, damn, Leon's a busy guy.
Yeah.
Because he's in a lot.
Yeah.
Like, between the end of, like, we'll just say Resident Evil 2, up until the end of this movie, he's done a lot of things to help out the world.
Like, same thing with Chris.
Chris less so, but yeah, I get your point.
So the next one, once we do get around to it, will be Vendetta, and then we'll probably steer into the show from there. Now, The audience puts this one at a 70 on Rotten Tomatoes, and we're looking at a 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb and a 91 from the Google users. So Google users love this one as much as the previous one. What do you think of that 70?
I'm a little higher than that. I'm about an 8. I'm an 80-ish. Probably a little higher just because it's a very entertaining movie. There's probably 2 bad scenes, and I wouldn't even call them bad. If this was on and I was just like channel surfing, I would definitely stick around just because there's so many good spots. It's like a good wrestling match, you know the good spots are gonna pop around.
Yeah. Who's the guy that likes Leon in it? Not Buddy, but Buddy's friend.
Oh, JD?
JD.
Yeah.
I love JD, and that made me sad.
Yeah.
I looked up the actor, and he hasn't really done anything, sadly. But I'm gonna probably put it in the 70s. I think it's in the 70s for me. Low 70s. It's definitely better than G-Generation. But still, watching these don't make me not excited. I'm still very much excited for Vendetta. Mm-hmm. I'm still very much excited for Infinite Darkness, despite the reviews.
I'm also excited for it. I'm just worried. Like, I'm here for the action, but if it's already getting terror, I just
Also, you got to remember though, this is a Resident Evil animated series that has now been made available to the masses versus because everybody has Netflix. Most people have Netflix somehow, some way.
Yes.
So, and it's just media to consume at this point. So at this point, we're getting bad reviews, and that may be because people that didn't watch these ones, people that aren't fans of the games, or people that are only fans of the games and never watched these ones, or people that are fans of the movies and think that's what the games and these are, like that watch like the live action movies. That may be where a lot of those reviews are coming from.
Maybe.
So only time will tell.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that Capcom begins to like slow their roll a little bit because they're trying to shove a lot out, and I'm not saying I don't want Reverse, but I'm saying I don't want Reverse. I want more of the continuation. Stop putting all these people on these weird side projects that may not do well. Put them on actual projects. Put them on Monster Hunter. Put them on Devil May Cry. Put them on Street Fighter. Put them on Resident Evil. Don't work on your side shit if you can't focus on your main. That's all I'm saying.
So now Capcom has done a couple movies, animated films.
Yes.
And they have sold their IPs to allow other companies to make live actions. Now, what if I told you Capcom made some live action films?
Capcom?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I recall Dead Rising got one, right?
Dead Rising got a couple.
Oh,
there's
I only
at least
one.
2.
Oh.
They did them with Crackle. So there's Dead Rising Endgame and Dead Rising Watchtower.
I heard they're not bad. I heard they're really fucking campy.
I've never watched them. But tell me this isn't perfect casting. Rob Riggle plays Frank West.
Yeah, he looks just like him. He looks just fucking like him.
And here you go. Here's him. Oops. There he is.
Yes!
Oh
my god, something's clicking.
It's
your touchpad.
Yeah, there we go.
That fucking looks amazing.
Now it's not a Frank West story. It's just Frank's there.
Frank is there,
and I do believe these are canon to the games. I think.
I mean, I've covered words. I would definitely want to watch one of those.
So Watchtower was 2015. They are very low budget.
Wait, go back up. I just want to look at the rating.
Oh.
5 points. Ooh.
Yeah, Rotten Tomato put it low.
Ooh.
But these are very cheaply made, and they were made for Crackle back when Crackle was trying to be something. And
it's 31 from audience, no fucking critics.
Yeah. So that's for, I think, it's for Watchtower. That's the first one. The second one is Endgame.
Yeah, okay. All right. Sure. Yeah, all right. Sure. Oh my god. But the one thing I have not necessarily an issue with, as far as like contingency issues in Resident Evil, is when Leon confronts Hunnigan about not giving the full story because Hunnigan has her own inside agenda that she isn't telling Leon. And to the viewer, if you weren't aware of what Hunnigan's doing behind the scenes, when Leon confronts her, it seems really random. Like, it's like, why is he calling her out? Like, why is he giving her shit right now? And there should have been a little bit more to that.
Mhm.
There should have been a little bit of, Hunnigan, what do you know of this? And Hunnigan acts like she doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, but you knew this was going to happen. And then there should have been that conflict. Not, so why aren't you telling me everything? Just randomly thrown out there like that. And it's like, wow, way to throw a football at a woman.
We also kept making the same joke throughout both movies, but more so for this one. Because he's talking to what's her name on the phone.
Hunnigan?
Is it Hunnigan on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was the same character.
Colonel.
And we kept making the snake
Yeah.
joke. So really quick, looking at Capcom. Dead Rising, obviously that's one of their big ones, and obviously Resident Evil. Street Fighter, do you think they'll make another Street Fighter movie?
No.
Okay. Monster Hunter has a movie, which makes 2 Capcom properties that Mila Jovovich is in. And the Monster Hunter movie is supposed to be canon, and people tore it apart.
This is my face.
So Dead Rising, Devil May Cry. Do you think we'll get Devil May Cry film?
I wouldn't mind Devil May Cry.
Okay. Would you want animated or live action, and would you want it to be canon or not?
Animated would be a little bit more fun because of all the weird transformation scenes. I know getting the actual effects for that would be really fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I can foresee that being animated, no problem.
Okay.
I mean, shit. Devil May Cry 5 is pretty much a fucking movie, and
if
it looks
you're gonna,
great.
And if you're gonna animate it, might as well have it be connected, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Dragon's Dogma.
Ooh. Respectfully, no.
Okay. Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, Street Fighter, Ace Attorney.
I mean, I think they already have a live action for that.
Is there?
I think so.
All right.
Here
You
you
go
go.
and do that search real quick. And then what has kind of felt like their unloved child lately?
Yep.
Mega Man.
Ace Attorney TV series.
Oh, wow. It's animated.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Mega Man. I would say give me the Mavericks or X. Give me that, just because those were really good. And if you update the music for Mega Man X, all of Mega Man X, oh my god.
But what is with like the lack of love Mega Man gets? Like the most recent announcement for them was Mega Man
11.
X Legacy Collection.
Oh.
but
that's right.
it's just the collection of X and X2.
Yep.
Like,
Honest, I have no clue. I know there was a
show
little
this
bit
boy
of
some love, show him some respect.
I mean, yeah, he's one of the staples for Capcom. I don't know what the problem is.
He's one of the achievements I've never gotten and always wanted to get in Dead Rising. If you kill enough zombies in any mode, you have to kill a certain amount of zombies. You get his gun,
His Buster. Yeah.
and you get to run around using it.
But I have no clue. Zero idea why Mega Man is of Capcom's like little shit list. I mean, for a little bit it was the Ghosts and Ghouls, but that literally just got a re-release. And it looks really good. It's got the music re-rendered where it has the full orchestra sounding. But I don't know. I have no clue why Capcom's shitting all over the boy in blue. Hey, you got the bitch in red and the boy in blue. Any other Capcom things?
Not really. I mean, they've got other properties, but those are the big ones.
Yeah, those are the big ones. But yeah, Ace Attorney is easy to do just because it's literally just a courtroom. You get to probably see what happened outside of the courtroom, the murders or the whatever, and then you get what?
Oh, here we go. Here's the
Phoenix
thought
Wright,
process.
and what the hell is his enemy's name? His main enemy, or antagonist, I guess I'll call it. But what's up?
Here's one of the main thoughts. It's after Inafune was no longer around to drive things. Capcom determined Mega Man was not a profitable franchise and decided to focus on more resources.
Oh, okay.
So basically, they feel people won't buy them.
I mean, they're wrong, but okay.
At one point, they used to make cartoons of this guy. Now suddenly, you feel he's not worth it.
Like the big meme is guts coming out of everywhere. Bam, bam.
All right.
I had that as my alert tone for a while.
Bow, bow.
The bam, bam.
Let's go ahead and move on to some news. Sadly, you guys don't get to see the cool fucking shit I pulled up because we can't fucking stream today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's not your fault.
Still gonna be sorry.
All right, so it's official. You can pre-order the Animal Crossing edition of Monopoly so that you're always just thinking about how you owe Tom Nook. Now, I think this is technically Monopoly. It doesn't say Monopoly Junior, but the size of the board is smaller. It's got weird tokens instead of money. It's Monopoly Junior.
Yeah, because there's only 2 places per area. Yeah, this is Monopoly Junior.
So,
Monotony Junior.
Which I guess is fine, but I feel like fans of this aren't all just kids.
No, of course not.
It sits at $24.99. It is available to pre-order. They'll be shipping out around August.
It looks good. I got no problem with it.
Yeah, it's through Entertainment Earth. You can also find it on Hasbro's Twitter page.
I mean, it's kind of cute, and it has interesting thing. Oh, this seems like it has different rules.
Yeah, it does. Is there a view of the back? Back of the box? Because back of the box is normally where they talk about how to play the game. No, it doesn't look like it.
No, but what I can say is this, like, every area has, like, little tokens, and,
I wonder if it's maybe about collecting
resources.
Yeah, like every time you land, you collect one or something like that.
And then there's skill cards?
Let's see if there's any information on the site about how the game works.
From the game console to your game table, Animal Crossing Monopoly brings you new ways of collecting and world building based on the colorful and creative world, customized gameplay, game board, villager tokens, cards, and bells. Watch as your island grows into something amazing. So it looks like you're working on your own personal island, in a sense. There's also a Nook's Cranny die that determines which type of resources can be sold. Okay, so this is pretty much buying and trading in a smaller organization that you don't...
Oh, you can view the back of the box.
Oh. That doesn't necessarily... Oh, welcome to your desert island getaway. Complete island task, meet villagers, and shop at Nook's Cranny. Character skill and rack up the bells. Earn the most Nook miles to win.
Okay.
So this is completely different from Monopoly. So so it's not Monopoly then.
That's weird. Yeah, I want to add this to my Monopoly collection. I collect Monopoly, and this just doesn't interest me.
Ooh.
Now he's just finding all the stuff on this website that's cool.
Yeah. Entertainment Earth, their exclusives are actually kind of nice. So right now I'm looking at a Tamioka Demon Slayer Funko Pop, and I'm just like...
It's the AAA anime collection. Oh, your pig boy.
My pig boy. There's my pig boy at. It actually looks really good. I thought it was going to look really cheesy, but it actually looks really good.
You heard the rumors that some of them have brains in them? If you cut open there's rumors that some of the pops have brains in them. There's been a couple videos online where people cut their pops open and there's a brain inside it. And then I've seen a shit ton of videos where people go and do it to their pops just to find out there's no brain inside.
Come on, guys. But I love the little scenes that they do from time to time in the Funko Pop form.
There's a new first edition comic ones where it's like Superman. It's a bigger box because behind him is a poster of the first Superman Action Comics #1.
Oh,
and like they did with Batman as well. Our local shop's going to be carrying one.
Like I would like to see I like the aesthetic of a Funko Pop box and all that, but I would like to see like a comic book panel in like the back inlay, and they're popping out from the page.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Have you seen the displays?
So yes, I have. Like I would for Zenitsu from Demon Slayer, he has to close his eyes, and when he exhales, he exudes steam, which is like like their form of breathing. What I would like to see is this, but in the background, you just see the smoke coming off behind, his calm breathing, and like the scene where he was fighting the taiko drums, the taiko drum demon, and I'm like, that would be such a good scene just to look at. Or if he was fighting that one spider individual that I can't remember the name of because I didn't really care much for their names. Nezuko looks good. They all look good. I would probably buy them all except for Michael Jackson, Demon Michael Jackson.
That's interesting.
Demon Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Everyone was like, Michael Jackson's back as a vampire in the Edo era.
I can't find those display cases now. These ones. This is what I'm looking for, but I'm not finding them for sale. It didn't bring up the image.
Yeah, give it a second. There you go. Ooh.
Those are the ones I want, and I'm not finding them anymore. Funko used to sell them. It looks like a Funko Pop, and then you like name the collection as your collection, and you name like the section television or video game or something like that.
All right,
I don't
enough
see
of
them
that.
anymore.
Boop. So this thing. So you were literally maybe 10 episodes into our podcast. Your major issue with PC gaming was, and I quote, I want it to be affordable. What if I said this thing right here made it affordable?
Dude, this thing's $400.
Yeah, it's affordable. Okay, this thing can run, okay. Let's put it like this. This thing can run every Steam game on my library right now, except for 2.
No, it's great. So we're talking about the new, what was it, the Steam Deck?
Steam Deck.
Steam Deck. Now, my issue with the Steam Deck
Okay.
is twofold. One, do I need a good computer for this thing to work?
No, because that is the computer.
That is the computer. It doesn't
Yep.
have to link to this.
Nope.
Awesome. Okay. Problem number... it's actually going to be 3 problems now I'm thinking about it. Problem number 2.
Yep.
Are all games playable? You said your entire library, but there's some games that don't have controls.
Okay, you can attach a keyboard and mouse to it.
Okay, attach a keyboard and mouse to it. Problem number 3. Can I connect this to a TV or
fucking,
monitor?
You sure fucking can.
All right, then this thing's pretty worth it.
Yeah.
If it runs as well as they say it does, it's worth it.
The one guy that was at a expo got his hands on it, and he was like, it was like playing on an Xbox 360 controller with a smaller screen. I loved it. I can take this thing anywhere. And I was like, okay. Battery life, I believe, says 13 and a half hours playing a medium game. If you're playing something like Doom Eternal, it will take up a little bit more battery life. It's on estimate maybe 8 hours on average.
Okay, so... But it needs Wi-Fi, right?
It needs Wi-Fi, or if it's installed on there, on the console itself, no.
What are we looking at storage-wise? I know that there's 3 versions
There
of this.
is.
Okay, so...
So the first one is just a 64 gigabyte, which is not too big. It's one game, maybe a couple smaller ones, something to keep your mind going. But then again, I think it has a SD card slot, so work that out. Meanwhile, the bigger one has a faster solid-state drive at 256 for $130 more. That's not too bad.
But still, 256, there's some games out there that are going to eat a good chunk of that.
You're right. I mean, that's only if you're going for them. Like, let's see here. I just installed Observer, which is only 21. That's 21 out of 256. I'd be okay with that. And the operating system itself is like basically a smaller computer. It's not. It has its own Valve branded operating system, but it gets you where you want to be. The other thing is a 512, which is a little bit bigger. You also get some exclusive stuff for your Steam profile / the Steam Deck, which is like a community profile bundle, the virtual keyboard theme, the carrying case. Mm-hmm. You even get a anti-glare etched glass front, which I love etched glass. I love it to death. So for those who don't know what etched glass for like touch screens or even screens in general, when you're looking through them, it makes colors a little bit more vibrant. It makes it look a little bit better, in my opinion anyways. But even still, $649 for the 512 gigabyte solid state drive push. And I'm like, wait a minute. If you can attach an external hard drive to this thing, who gives a damn?
Okay, and so now it says there's a dock to the official dock props up your Steam Deck while connecting to external displays.
Yep.
Wired networking, USB. How do you say that? What?
Peripherals.
Peripherals. Okay, my brain was not working with that
That's
one.
okay.
And power. You can also use a powered USB-C hub if you've got one laying around. The official dock will be sold separately.
Yeah.
More information coming soon. So now here's my question.
Yes.
So the dock, this would be great in your office. You put it, it's hooked up already to your monitors.
It's basically it's a PC switch, so to speak.
Yeah, pretty much. But the problem is if you want to do this in your living room, either you're going to have to hook a wireless keyboard and mouse to this, or you're going to have these long-ass cables running across your living room, one or the other.
Or you... there was something, I can't remember where I saw it, but it's like a dongle, and then you attach the dongle to... It's like a 4 USB thing, and it has like a small battery pack that's rechargeable. Mm-hmm. You plug it into the keyboard mouse, and
Oh, so like wireless one.
It's kind of, it makes something that's wired halfway wireless.
Gotcha.
You can pull it away from it, which is kind of interesting. The only downside about those, I believe, it's meant for office work because it's not really meant for like hardcore gaming because it has a little bit of delay.
So now, if I do this and get any version, is there cloud gaming or is it purely just what's installed on the device?
What's installed on the device?
Okay.
Or I would assume if you plugged in
an external,
and then like external up top, and then down on the bottom you would plug in like what do they call it? I guess it would be a splitter, a USB splitter for a keyboard mouse. Boom, there you go. You are set. You are pretty much good. And then funny thing about this is it has a USB-C input output, so you can actually attach like a capture card to it. So you can have your actual computer have all that free space, all that free power to run like a streaming software, a recording software, while this thing does all the gaming processing.
Okay. So I think my last thing is I need confirmation, and you can't confirm this, and I'm looking for the FAQs, and it doesn't look like they are either. I need confirmation that I can load up games on an external and play them. It seems likely. It seems like a no-brainer, but,
I would say only when it's plugged into the dock. Because if it's anything like Steam, when I went from old PC to new PC, all I did was literally plug in my external, and it said detecting games. Oh, hey, you have the rights for all these games. Blah, 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 blah. Just making sure that they're all installed properly, verifying. Oh, all of them are verified. Boom, there you go.
Yeah, and looking at the I guess technically you call it a console. Anyways, I don't see anywhere where you'd be able to plug it in on it. You'd have to plug it into the dock. It would have to be dock-based for that.
There's one on the top.
That wouldn't work.
I know, but I'm just saying there's one on the top.
No, I'm saying that port is not the kind of port you would need.
For what?
Any kind of external.
Oh, yeah, no. Well,
No, that's...
USB-C, there is a new one that allows from USB-C to USB-C 3.0. So it goes C to C. But you're right. It would be a little clunky to carry that thing around, too.
Although they're not giving us a good look at the bottom where the dock would plug in.
Yeah. Yeah, it isn't.
It's cool. It's definitely something they've tried to do in the past. This is a full new look at what they're doing, though. Because we had the
Steam Link.
The Steam Link, yeah. This is taking the concept of the Steam Link and smashing it into a Switch.
Yep, and doing better with it.
How long do you think before Nintendo tries to sue, and then that guy that keeps trying to sue Nintendo tries to sue them for the design?
Considering this has just the soft look of it, there's
it looks more like a Wii U, honestly.
It looks more like a Wii U,
which has been out so long it doesn't matter.
Right. I don't know, with the little tiny touchpads. Also, this little thumb grip right there, the new ones, the ones that look a little bit better, they have like these little tiny etches kind of on the inside that can actually tell that you're touching it. So that way, if you accidentally bump into it, it's not going to do it. But if you put your thumbs onto it, it will be like, oh, you're actually here. Hi.
Oh, that sucks for anything where I do the palm thing for quick spinning.
Oh, I'm sure that it'll detect that.
I think the only thing, and I had worries when I bought the Wii U, and I ended up being wrong. But looking at it, it's interesting thinking about my thumbs being that high up.
Yeah,
for
I would.
XYBA and the D-pad.
I would keep this motherfucker docked.
Probably. But then you're only getting part of its purpose. You've already got a gaming PC.
You're right. So I mean, but for $400 for a outlier gaming PC that you can attach maybe a external to, if you can attach an external to it, boom, there you go. You don't even have to worry about the screen portion of it. You just plop it in there and call it a day. But then again, I would also say go for the solid state drive. That's just me though. That extra 130 for a pretty good PC. This might actually fuck with graphics card prices.
So, I'm not finding any information on it. I'm really curious how much this dock is going to cost.
Oh, the dock itself?
Yeah.
I'm putting... if it's just going to be utilized specifically for power and external plugins, maybe $60.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, right now, it's like...
100 might be a little bit pushing it, but I can.
Yeah, because
if it has some extra little tiny tidbits with it, because if it's just the dock itself, nothing more, nothing less, 60.
you got to figure the dock's gonna be the same across all 3 versions of this.
Oh, yeah.
So if they make the dock $100, I mean, you're talking that at the top, you're now spending $750. You're getting close to might as well buy a PC.
Right. Yeah.
It is interesting, and it'll be interesting to watch and see how it goes, though.
Yeah.
All right. What we got next?
Let's talk Dragons.
All kinds of Dungeons and Dragons.
Strixhaven. I mentioned it before. I looked at the utilization properties of if you're a bard, a warlock of this, you can also trade in your subclass features for certain bits and pieces if you're wanting to, so you don't necessarily have to stay locked to it. There were some broken builds.
Okay.
Very broken builds.
Broken like they don't work, or broken like they're OP?
They're OP. Like, if I cast with the build that I made, it was kind of like halfway made. Like, I was like, whatever, I'll make a level 12 of this with these things. I could heal for minimum 28 HP with a level 2 Cure Wounds. That's minimum. That's without rolling the dice.
Yeah, that's a bit broken.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be 2d8 plus modifier. That's it. So it was a little, if I made it the way that I wanted to, with certain subclass features that are already there, with the way of, I think it's Circle of Shepherds, Druid, I had just so much built up onto them. I was like, I don't want to think about it. They released the covers of the books, and I always love the alternative book covers. They are always very beautiful. But from what I've heard is they've actually took away the subclass trading and is now going to be doing actual subclasses. And I'm like, so the thing from the UA has been drastically changed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, how are they going to make a college, because it is Strixhaven, a curriculum of chaos? I'm curious to know how they're going to have individual bits and pieces instead. That's how it used to be. How are they going to combine that into, this is now your bard college, this is now your warlock patron? Because that's how they kind of had it for the UA. I don't know. It's weird, but I trust. I trust in them. They're gonna do something, I'm sure. But the second book just got really announced 3 days ago. Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. I like dragons. I mean, they make up half the game.
And dungeons make up the other half.
I haven't had really too many dungeons, but yes, they do. I kind of have to talk about them for a second. But Fizban, who is a very interesting individual who walked up to a red dragon and said, "You're an interesting individual," and managed to live. I'm here for it. I'm here for the more story on Bahamut, Tiamat, all the new gem dragons that they're throwing in, the Dragonborn of Gem Dragon color, a new player options for like ancestries for subclasses, and I don't know what the subclasses are. Those weren't in UA, so they're going to be completely new to me as far as I can tell. New features, new spells. Cool. Let's go. Give me everything.
That and some of those.
Yeah, and then this is going to kind of go over how we're going to, like, how to use certain types of dragons. Like, a red dragon's den would have this would probably trap this, and kind of give you an outlay of how a dragon's den would work.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few books I want more than this, but this helps. Every supplement book helps.
I mean, $29.99 isn't that bad either.
Oh, this is the online. I think it's going to be $39.99 for the physical.
Well, still. Some people like the digital.
Yeah. Knowing me, I'm probably going to buy both. Probably. It's going to take a while, but I'll probably buy both.
You'll get there.
But with this book, hopefully we'll get more for other creatures, because we already got like Volo's Guide, and Volo's Guide kind of let in with some creatures, but there is a lot of like I don't want to say evil, but of just beast that we don't know that were like in 3.5 or previous editions that we haven't even seen in 5e. That need to get bumped up.
I like how beefy the dragons on the cover are.
Oh yeah, those are ancients. Oh yeah, those are oldies. Oh yeah, don't you know? I would like to see a Kalimshan book. Do you know anything about Kalimshan?
I don't.
Okay. Take the desert we live in right now. Add in a little bit of like Agrabah from Disney, like Aladdin. Add a little bit of that architecture. Add in, you can walk in the desert for ages. You can walk 500 miles. You can walk 500 more.
Okay.
But you'll never really leave. And
that sounds terrible.
But then you walk back the way you came. You walk maybe 5 more minutes in the opposite direction, and you're already back in Kalimsport. That is one of the many mirages of Kalimshan.
That sounds absolutely miserable. Why would I want to go here?
It is in some universes it is known as the armpit of Faerun.
Okay.
And I'm here for it. I love Kalimshan. For my long running D&D campaign, we spent a year actual time through Kalimshan. It was so varied. It has, of course, in the books, it's a little like, oh, it's meant to be slave trading, and it's meant to be, drug running and all that. And of course, you can dumb all that down, and boy, you should, because it still has a lot of creative, just properties there. Yeah. The cities, you can throw small little oases here and there because it is technically a coastal town. It can have mirages that were real the whole time, following you, thinking with you,
Well, that doesn't sound terrifying at all.
No, it could even just be a friend who is just like, just want to make sure you guys are doing okay, don't you know?
I'm just here.
Yeah, I'm just here. I'm not here to rob you. I'm not here to
have
shank
fun
you.
too.
Yeah. And then when you get to Kalimsport, not everybody's a thief there, but then you got like sandstorms that last literal months. And in the sandstorms, people can change places. Like entire shops can move, and you were like, but it wasn't there yesterday. It's small things that can build big stories. Oh, claiming all the free
Prime stuff, yeah.
Yeah, Batman: The Enemy Within is a part of it.
Now, I already own it on Xbox, but I figured I'll claim it on PC. If you guys jump on Prime Gaming, now you're not jumping on from our channel, which sucks. But if you jump on there, the free games right now is Portal Dogs, Rad, Secret of Monkey Island Special Edition.
Yes.
Automach Chef, or Automa Chef. Thank you. Batman: The Enemy Within, The Wanderer, Frankenstein's Creature, and Tales of the Neon Sea.
I like that one too. Tales of the Neon Sea is a good one.
I only grabbed a couple of the in-game loots because a lot of these games I don't play and I didn't see the point. But there is a Siege one I grabbed. There's a Sea of Thieves one I grabbed.
League of Legends got one.
I didn't bother grabbing it.
I know.
Fall Guys. They're giving out some money for Red Dead Online, which with Blood Money coming out, and that might be worth it. Finally, you get to do a bunch of like the cowboy posse stuff that you should have been able to do since the original launching of online. Yeah. Destiny 2's got a gun, some money for GTA Online. I did the Warframe thing. I played Warframe a little bit, but not a lot. Is it
the last word?
What?
The gun for Destiny?
I don't know. I already have the last word, so I hope it wasn't.
But I did. When I started up Destiny 2, I never got it, and I was just like, well, I don't care until I can get it. Can I get it? Can I have it?
The Graviton Lance.
Oh, I don't care then. I like my revolvers, man. If I can't have my revolvers, I don't care.
I've been going back and forth between Hard Light and Sweet Business.
It was Last Word and Ace of Spades, I think, for me.
Well,
but that was Destiny 1.
Well, I think Ace of Spades is still available in Destiny 2.
Okay, it's just I never had it, so.
All right, but there's still more D&D.
There's more D&D stuff. So, Lauren likes this candy. Do you like this candy?
Yeah, I like this candy.
I'm neutral to this candy. What we're talking about is nerds.
From Wonka.
Dungeons & Dragons and nerds are doing a very interesting crossover. so the nerds are like pushing a little bit of classes and like join the adventure, and they're releasing 6 adventures that involve the nerds. And you get to, right now, if you go on to Nerds D&D, I'm sure if you just Google that, I know there's a website that was involved with that. But if you head over to their website, they showcase the Pink Rogue, which showcases a rogue in their habitat.
They also have a wizard.
A wizard? Oh, I didn't see the wizard.
You're looking at the wizard right now. It's Purple Wizard.
Oh, Purple the Wizard, Pink the Rogue, and...
So the website is dnd.wizards.com /nerds.
Yeah.
So it says, get ready to adventure together. The nerds will soon enter the most epic pairing with Dungeons and Dragons, both fun and daring. A magical merge of camps that reign clever, or better together, now better than ever. Look for this sweet partnership in stores starting in September. Each purchase of specially marked Nerds candy unlocks one of 7 custom D&D adventures. For full rules and redeem your D&D adventures starting 9/1, visit nerdscandy.com/D&D. And they got a whole meet the party thing, and so you can see the Pink Rogue. You can download some fun wallpapers.
Yeah.
They even came out with Twitch emotes.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah. Oh, it downloaded it.
Padding. Just double click. Yeah.
And it didn't do anything.
Yeah, it's still loading because
my computer's a bitch.
Explorer's a bitch.
I'm not using Explorer.
That is Explorer. Oh, okay, it's just little tiny wizard or rogue little laugh or cry emotes. Okay.
What is Explorer?
Explorer is basically your file manager.
Oh, gotcha. See what you're saying.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're cute. I'm actually really surprised that nerds, of all things, like, I would have figured if it would have been a candy, I would have figured
Warheads
or Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah. Murder Hobo, and then they're sweet.
Murder Hobo, and then they try to sleep with everyone in the game.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 D&D classes of players.
God, I had to. Someone wanted to wanted to fight the warden of one of my prisons, and does a 32 hit. He was just like, "Yeah,
this was a bad idea.
This is a terrible idea."
But there's always new D&D stuff coming out, so make sure you guys are checking out. This is just some of the fun stuff we saw.
God, we're getting the Feywild, we're getting dragons, we're getting nerds, we're getting a school.
Probably gonna buy the boxes of candy to see what adventures I get.
Oh yeah, I'm curious, like if it's an actual like full 100% level like 4 to level 5 campaign setting.
That's probably like a one shot.
One shot. I'm curious. All right, there's that.
That's the thing I just read.
That's the thing, but I was just double checking. All right. I'm a fan of Tom Clancy. Are you a fan of Tom Clancy?
I am.
Okay.
I've read almost the entire Jack Ryan book written.
I still need to.
After Sum of All Fears, like the Sum of All Fears book is just stressful.
Okay, best way of putting that.
It really is, because it's basically Jack stuck in the office as some shit went down, and he's getting blamed for things that aren't his fault. Ooh, that was loud.
Let's do that.
I don't know. It's stressful. And then the following book kind of ignored some of what went down. I don't know. After that, that's where I lost interest, was after that. The beginning of the Jack Ryan run is a lot of fun, though.
Yeah.
But so we were a fan of Wildlands, the first one.
Yes.
And you enjoyed the second one, and I still haven't finished it because my fire team fell apart. Well, it's not fire team in that. What is it in that? My team fell apart.
Yeah, squad. I don't.
Yeah. But I'm thinking this is the next iteration.
You think so?
I mean, look what it says at the top. So if you go to Ubisoft's Twitter page, you will see that they're saying tomorrow things are going to get wild with a party, a little party streamer
confetti
thing. Tune in 11 a.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central for the worldwide reveal of a brand new game in the Tom Clancy universe, and then has a fun little flickery person thing.
Going back to Breakpoint, which I'm probably going to stream a little bit tomorrow night, so be prepared for that.
Okay.
Going back to Breakpoint, I was like, my gear score is 193, and I'm just fucking chilling out, and like I feel comfortable with all my weapons. Even if things go loud, I immediately have my response, which is a underbarrel grenade launcher. Mm-hmm. It's a comfortable game. There's not much to really say about it. It's the same thing over and over. I want more mechanics. I don't want to have to look up in the sky and be like, oh, there's a drone coming, dive to the ground, cover myself in mud, and wait.
I didn't like the whole let's get super futuristic bullshit. That's what ruined Call of Duty for me.
I like it to an extent. I like being able to use that technology. Yeah. But like Ghost Recon Future Soldier had. Mm-hmm. That was very fun. Because even though it was pretty much fight from set piece to set piece, there was, at least with co-op, there was really good sync shots that you have to do to get to just the objective. Yeah. Like, it wasn't open world, sure, but as soon as a firefight broke out, you have people kicking down doors, coming out of bunkers, and running toward your location, because all of a sudden, it's like, hey, that machine that you're wearing, guess what? You just got backstabbed. It's giving off an alert. Yeah. Your location is now found out. You are no longer Ghost. You are now retcon.
We had some tech in the previous Wildland, but it wasn't to the extremes that the new one did. I loved being part of my 3-person team or sometimes 4-person team, and just we got our drones flying around. We're trying to mark everyone, and then it comes down to being a good team, working on taking those sniping shots the right way and going through. And it was always our goal to be as quiet as possible and clear everyone out. And sometimes things got crazy, and I had a really big gun for when that happened.
Yeah. Like right now, I will admit some of the guns that I have are a little strange because they did have the Terminator crossover, and I have a railgun.
Yeah,
well, it's good against robots, but they're drones.
Yeah, but I mean, we had the fun, weird events in the first one too, but most of that shit was just cosmetic things. Like, for instance, we defeated the Predator. What do we get? We can lay down on the ground and be invisible. Yeah, but you're not actually invisible. You can still be sighted if you're not hiding in the bushes the right way and stuff.
The little backpack, that allows you to crouch and become invisible if you stay still. That was cool. And then there was one weird one for Siege.
I did the Siege one. I don't remember anything weird.
I'll look it up right now. But
do you think this is Wildlands? Or not Wildlands, but a new Wildlands?
Or Ghost Recon.
New Ghost Recon, but I'm thinking another one in the Wildlands because it was Ghost Recon Wildlands and it was Ghost Recon
Breakpoint,
yeah. So
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. With how bright and vibrant it is, I don't know.
Do you think it's something completely new?
I mean, we haven't had anything this bright and vibrant in Tom Clancy. I think the closest thing we had was the event, the April Fool's event for Siege, where everyone had unicorn heads and it was bright fucking
And we already
pink.
know what the new Sieges are, though.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is that's the brightest we've seen out of Tom Clancy.
Yeah.
There's not a lot here to really talk about a new game when you don't know what it could be this bright or this punk or this, because in the little tiny scratchy bits you got the little tiny scratches from Breakpoint on the wording, but I'm not going to read too much into that. And then it does like a pop out with what I think is I don't know if it's the Queen.
That looks like it's the Queen, yeah.
And then you got her holding up a wolf.
Yeah, honestly, this video feels more like it belongs with Watch Dogs.
A little bit, but it's not Tom Clancy.
No.
So that's
what but that is Ubisoft.
That is Ubisoft. But I wouldn't want to combine them.
Would you want to combine them? No, I wouldn't. I'm cool with them being combined with Assassin's Creed, but leave it at that. But here's the thing. So Breakpoint came out 2019.
Yeah, they're still working on it too. They just put out a new, what do they call it? The patch that makes things better. Quality of life changes.
Okay. But they also did stuff for Wildlands pretty much up until the point of Breakpoint. Yeah. Now, at this point, 2019, we're 8 days away from that game being 2 years old.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's possible. They ran Wildlands for a long time, and Wildlands came out
2014, 2015.
I'll have it right now. 2017.
Really?
Yeah. So I guess it was only 2 years. Yeah. So it's very possible this is the new Wildlands, or not new Wildlands, but new Ghost Recon.
I mean, I'm excited for it, and as mentioned, the little teaser, 4-second teaser, is very punk rockish. Because look, the little soldier got a mohawk. So I don't know. I guess tomorrow or next week, if you don't want to go and look it on your own, next week we'll probably talk about this.
We'll look it up tomorrow. We won't be able to
talk about it
until next week. But looking at the Tom Clancy games, like Recon, this is the only one we don't know about a new game on that is still active, because Siege, we have the next game. They've ended Splinter Cell and like folded it into Recon and Siege and whatnot. Division 2 isn't that old, is it?
Division 2, I think, is a little bit. That one, I think, was 2018. Because that one was
2019. So this could be a new Division game.
I mean, well, we already have things for the Division, though. Well, story-wise.
That's a book.
I know.
We'll talk about that.
That's what I said, story-wise.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Okay,
the Division 2 Twitter is still active and doing stuff, but they did Warlords of New York, but that was the last.
When was that? That was January?
That was last year.
Was it?
They announced it last year. And
frustrating.
So this it's either going to be a new Division game, or it's going to be a new Recon, or it's going to be a whole new thing in the universe.
Yeah.
Those are the only three options I see.
Yeah.
All right. While we're on Ubisoft, there's some delays.
Yeah, kind of frustrating, but needed.
So you want to go ahead and read this one? This is about Riders Republic.
Okay, so for those who don't know, I like snowboarding. I like snowboarding games a lot. I love SSX and all that, and Riders Republic is a good take on that because it's wild, it's zany, it's very colorful, and sadly, it's getting delayed from September 2nd to October 28th. 2 months, a little under 2 months.
But here's the thing. This game's already been delayed once before.
I mean, so has a lot of others, to be fair.
Yeah, but Riders Republic was announced during the Ubisoft Forward event September of 2020 with a planned launch of February, but was later pushed to September 2nd. So this game was launched already well into the pandemic, so you can't... Or not launched, but announced well into the pandemic, so it can't still be the pandemic's causing us thing, because... They already pushed it from February to September. Now they're pushing it from September to October. Will this game come out or not?
I mean, it's only... Okay, let's see. It's January... Or July, August, September, October. Only 3 months away. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's another push from Ubisoft again. Yeah. And while we're talking about it, the next Ubisoft story.
So, I like Rainbow Six. Mm-hmm. I've played Rainbow Six, I think, pretty much since the PlayStation 1 era when it was out. Mm-hmm. So I've been with Rainbow Six for ages, and Extraction sadly is getting a push back. It never really had a release date, but
it was announced at the E3 of 2019 with a set release of 2020, and that was it.
Yeah, so it already kind of got a pushback because of COVID, and so they said, well, now we're gonna kind of lean it a little forward and give you a date finally-ish of January 2022.
So now Extraction, is this Quarantine with a new name, or is this...
I think this is Quarantine with a new name.
It looks like weird monster things and a very futuristic... This isn't what I'm looking for out of a Rainbow Six game.
I think it was... What's that one? There's a PC game where you are literally opening up these large bunker-style doors, grabbing a piece of intel, and trying to get you and your team the fuck out. And you have to be fucking quiet, because if any bit of sound, everything comes. I think it's I
have no idea.
It has a strange name, but what I can say is I'm excited for this. I actually like the look of this in general.
Here's the answer. This is Quarantine. It's just they changed it to Extraction. My thing is I don't like the weird monster things. I was already weary when it seemed like it was going to be zombies, but I was like, okay, I can probably do a Rainbow Six zombie game. That sounds kind of cool. This is like weird aliens or something.
When the what is it called? When
quarantine event happened on
when the quarantine event happened, everyone was really down for it. Goon and I really liked it. It was like a Left 4 Dead style, but with like actual plot. You can actually put down your traps, and actually think of a way to hold out while a helicopter's coming in. And as soon as the helicopter gets there, it's like, hey, you got 2 minutes, get to it. It was really good, really tense, really fun. I loved it. Seeing it in a full-fledged game, I might be here for it, but I want to see more. I want to see some actual gameplay. I want a beta. Give me something.
Well, we're pushed all the way back till next year, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Boop. Speaking of Division.
So, The Division, Heart of Fire by K.C. Wayland. Now, there's already a couple Division books, and I've actually been interested in them. Now, I think this takes place during the New York stuff. It returns to New York. Go ahead and read that blurb real quick while I pull up the other books.
You got it. The Division returns to New York City streets in The Division, Hearts of Fire. An original audio series from Audible and Ubisoft. Spanning 6 episodes, which will be available in English and starting on July 15th. The series tells the tale of a new strategic homeland division, or the SHD, recruit and her trainer as they hunt the Cleaners, a brutal gang dedicated to literally burning away the deadly green poison outbreak, which is the money, correct?
Yeah, it was like a increased swine flu on money.
Yeah, it was transferred through money and just
on Black Friday.
On Black Friday.
So there are other books. There's New York Collapse. There's a comic book series, Extremis Malus.
Yeah, Extremis Malus.
And then there's also Broken Dawn. Now, what's interesting about this one is because it is through Audible. I've already got this book.
Oh, yeah, because you get free books.
It's actually part of the Plus catalog, so I don't even have to use one of my credits for it.
Hey!
So I get to just listen to this. So if you're part of the Plus catalog and you're into The Division, jump on this.
Or if you just want something that's could actually happen.
Yeah, this is actually a very scary concept.
Yeah, because you got to figure, if one person with a really hyper version of the cold hands over $1 to pay for a fucking Arizona tea in a bodega, boom. It could just happen. And I mean, everything's shutting down and just big, huge walls closing off big city streets. It's imposing.
Yeah.
It could happen.
The concept of the Division, the people, like the people that are there to save us, is actually based off of a real thing too. I'm trying to get the name of what the organization or the group that we had done was. I don't remember what it is. You can look it up in your own time. But basically the concept of the people that are the ones that are activated when the Army and the Reserves and the National Guard and all that are no longer viable.
Yeah, I know.
It was a real thing that we were working on, I think, back in like the 80s.
Reserve?
No, the Reserves are a thing. But it's not the Reserves. This is something in case the Reserves doesn't work as well.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know that it's active anymore, but it was interesting.
Gotcha. Anything else before we head
go
on?
ahead.
But shoe news. So this one kind of slid underneath me, but I'm glad that it did because these are really nice looking. What we're talking about is Jurassic Park.
And I love the advertisement because it's the egg hatching scene from the original movie. Yeah. We've got, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 different kinds of shoes here. No, 10 different kinds of shoes here.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10.
Nice.
And one pump.
Yeah, these are through Reebok. They're ranging from $100 to $200. I think currently they're looking at coming out at the end of the month.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna just briskly sweep through them. One we got is like a freshly hatched greenish, like the compy at the very beginning.
Yeah, I like the compies.
The bright green with the little light blue red on top. Good stuff. Further down you have what looks to be maybe a fossil? Maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's like...
Oh, it's the Jeep.
Oh, it's a Jeep. I didn't see that. With a nice brown with red stripes. Looks pretty bulky, though. A little bit.
A little bit. Might be like a running shoe or something.
But I'm not mad at it. I mean, they all look fine.
You got a Mr. DNA.
The DNA strain on the bottom. I like that a lot. And it has Reebok etched into it.
That's really nice. It's like one of those clear bottoms so that you can see the design on the sole of the shoe.
I like that.
It's mostly a white shoe on the exterior, and it's got him on the tongue as well.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And then a nice brown one with...
This is the fossil.
This is the fossil. And then on the inside there is...
I think it's a raptor claw.
Yeah, it's a fossil of a claw or maybe a tooth? Roots, maybe? I don't know.
You remember the raptor meme?
And the bandana!
It does have the bandana on the inside. That's cool.
Oh, that's so nice. These are actually a lot... These guys actually worked really hard on these.
They did. Do you remember the raptor meme, the curious raptor or whatever, where he's got the claw up and he's thinking?
From The Critic?
I have no idea what The Critic is.
Oh, okay. It's a show that...
Oh, the animated show.
Yeah.
No, not that. Just on Facebook and stuff, there was a meme and it would be like the image of the raptor with the claw up thinking.
Yeah.
You ever think about the fact that that's his toe?
I mean, he's got little tiny hand. Oh.
No, the claw they use would be his toe. He'd have to have his foot up to his face to be thinking. The other thing, I don't know if you noticed, Reebok is cracked on
Yeah, I
these ones.
saw that.
That's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And then we've got maybe
I think it's just supposed to be like
projection?
I think it's the old computers.
A little bit.
If you remember, there's a scene in the movie where they're climbing through the vents and they've kind of got the glow of the green old computers, the old Macs, glowing up on them. I think that might be what this is.
Maybe, yeah.
Also, I love that they got the old Macs in the background.
Yeah, the Macintosh 96. And then down below, you got the Hawaiian shirt. Oh, I love this one. This one personally is my favorite.
Holy shit! It's the Hawaiian shirt.
That what's his name?
Dennis Nedry.
Thank you.
But then the tongue is the raincoat with the slime on it.
Oh,
that he gets blinded with by the. I don't remember. It's a fake dinosaur. I don't remember what it's called.
Dilopho.
Yeah, the Dilophosaurus. I love that.
This is great.
This is a really well thought one. We got to show Lauren this set afterwards.
Okay, and then you get the little tactical.
The ACU vest.
The ACU vest. And it has Reebok on it. That's nice.
Yeah.
And even a shoot a match.
Yeah, an ACU shoe. It's your style with it's like the half boot.
Yeah.
It's all black to be tactical, but then the back is like the black and yellow caution stripes.
I like it. I can get down with that.
With the simple Jurassic Park logo on the tongue. I mean,
if I wore this with my everyday, I can have my pants legs go right here. So, we would know until I lift up the pant leg.
Yeah. It also says InGen on it too, which is cool.
Yeah.
Oh, those are removable. They're Velcro, and it looks like there's other ones.
Oh, I can have security down there too.
That's cool.
And then, ooh, that's loud.
What is this? It's like a lot of floral patterns.
It is a lot of floral patterns, and then you got this brooch in the middle. I don't know this one, but it looks interesting. It's not bad. And then the other half is this leather. It's a little weird stitching, but I personally wouldn't wear it. But
yeah, I'm not sure what this one's supposed to be.
This is a quilt. It's very strange, but I'm not mad at it. And then you got the pump, which is pretty much T-Rex.
No, it's the vans they're in. The auto driving Jeeps.
The fucking railway. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was the Rex because the Rex had that color scheme. Similar, not this deep.
No, yeah.
And then there's what is this one supposed to be? It's just a deep
red
red with a Nash out of it.
So the actual collection is available on the website right now. So the leather one, it just says Jurassic Park Classic Leather Shoe. It doesn't really give any information.
Does the red one do?
I'm going to pull up the red one here in a second. It doesn't say what these ones are supposed to be. Let's see. The all red, or was it?
No,
that's the brown.
That's further down, I think.
Yeah, they don't have the full set on the website yet.
So I guess this is just a stylish
Oh wait,
shoe.
Here we go. I found it. This is just another classic leather one. It's not really given anything.
Oh, okay. It's just a nice shoe, and then that's all I have.
So also on the website they have t-shirts, some simple t-shirts, some hoodies.
Cool. Whoever made these, keep them on. You get rid of any of the people that made any of these shoes, you are going to have a failure of a company.
Yeah.
Real talk.
So the most expensive shoes are $200.
Yeah.
The ones you would want would be
assume?
$200. Yeah, the pumps are $2.
Yeah. Mine
the
are $2?
Omina are $2. Yeah, yours are $2. But like the fossil ones, those are only 100. That one we can't figure out what it's supposed to be. Those are 120. The Mr. DNA are 130.
Ooh.
And then you got things like the vest is 80. The sweater, they have a sweater that's just like a bunch of leaf designs with the logo in the center. That one's 80. Mm-hmm. They've got like a bluish sweater. It's kind of plain for 75. The t-shirts are 35. So some of the stuff is pretty fair price. Go check it out. It's on Reebok's website now. Yeah. Some of them are still marked coming soon. It's mostly the kids' versions of the shoes that are marked coming soon.
Because little feet are weird.
Actually, sorry, I take that back. The regular shoes are also marked coming soon. I think the only thing you can buy right now is the regular t-shirt if you're a member of Reebok.
Oh.
The blue shirt with the logo on it.
Gotcha.
Everything else is coming soon.
Gotcha. So you asked me to pull this one up, and I saw it. I saw the little video before I saw this.
Yeah, so there's a video of it transforming, but it's the so this is coming from Network Live, and it's the it's I don't know who the person is that they're referencing here. If you want to click on them, J Balvin. But they got a transformer, and he kind of looks like a
tape deck.
Tape deck, yeah. But it's available for, I think, pre-order as of 9 a.m. this morning, and I don't know how many are left. It's interesting. The main reason I pulled it up is it was going to be really cool visual for the people on the stream, because they have like him doing little dances,
little
and
pop and locks.
Yeah, they got kind of crazy with the video.
So one of the things becomes they both become little tapes that plug in.
Yeah.
So you get a hawk looking one and a cheetah looking one that plug into it,
which is very much how it used to be. They had done that where it was like they had something that looked like a device, and then the add-ons were things that interacted with the device. You want to click on the person because I don't know who they are.
Gotcha. I think
they might be a band. I think it's a DJ. Yeah, I think he's a DJ.
Yeah.
So, well, good on you for getting noticed by Hasbro and being able to do this. It's really cool. Oh, you know what? I think he is a DJ or something like that, like I was saying, but he's also the guy that does the TikTok videos where people do absolutely absurd ways of doing things, and he does the simple way and just does the see?
Yeah.
Okay. I never knew his name.
No, I didn't either.
Balvin. All right. Cool.
Good to know. And I'm glad that we're also talking about TikTok. Because I like TikTok. TikTok good.
I was stopped by Geese the other day, and that's on TikTok. So, all right. Cool stuff.
Good stuff.
And then we got one last thing to wrap up the day.
I like the covers.
So, Millar, not Miller, Millar, Mark Millar, creator of things like Kingsman, Wanted, and all that. We all know, we may not all know, but a while back he signed a deal a couple years ago with Netflix. They now technically own Millar World, but he's still the guy working there. So Netflix now technically produces his comic books. And as we saw him make his comics into TV shows like Jupiter's Legacy, and then they promptly cancel him.
Not salty, are you?
I actually haven't watched the show yet, but I just don't like how Netflix doesn't give things a fucking chance. We're going to put out 8,000 shows. There's literally no way you could watch every show we put out this week
and the best
and go to work and sleep and eat. We're going to put all this shit out and then be mad that you didn't immediately watch all of it and cancel a bunch of them. Like, you have to give more time. They don't give enough time before canceling things. But a new story set in the Kingsman universe. Not the same universe we're getting from the movies, a different universe, because before this hadn't been a universe. The book is very different from the movie. The King of Spies. The story, first up as a graphic novel, follows Britain's greatest secret agent who faces his deadliest enemy, his own mortality. When the world's most dangerous man goes rogue, time to go after the real monsters. And it's like an older spy, gentleman dress, white beard, hipster haircut with a what looks like it might be a Winchester.
Yeah, it does. But something to note about the hairstyle, though. The hair is brown. It is harsh brown, and then the beard is the white. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know when this will take place, but Head and Shoulders, or not Head and Shoulders, Just for Men. There's one for the beard, buddy.
There is. I don't know. I got my first silver hair, and I'm not doing anything about it. It's right in the crown.
I'm starting to get it.
Well, my facial hair has been getting lighter over the years, but I got a silver head hair.
Yeah, if I do this, I guarantee I grabbed one.
Yeah, I don't care.
I do. Only slightly.
Everyone that says it's part of aging, I knew a guy in high school that had gray hair. Like, it's not just aging. It's just
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
What's the other image we got?
Shit!
I clicked way rogue. Oh, okay. So the other image is kind of cool.
It's kind of James Bondish.
Yeah, in fact, it's very much like the James Bond comics, which I have some downstairs if you want to compare.
Mm-hmm.
This is an all red one, and it's like his face, but it's shadowed out.
Charcoal.
Yeah, it's done like charcoal-y. It's shadowed out by like a target, and it's got like a Formula One racing car type of thing, like an old school,
like an 1960s ish.
Yeah,
racer. Maybe.
And it's also very much like spy booky with the way the title is done on this one, where it's just Mark Millar's King of Spies kind of down the corner.
I'm here for it. I'm curious. I want it.
It'll be interesting to see. Millar has had things I like and has things that I absolutely hate. So this one will be interesting to see what it's like. Like, the Wanted movie is great. The comic I didn't enjoy. Kingsman comic is okay. I like it. I like the movie way more. Now the movie sequel, so, but that's everything. Sorry we couldn't be live. You know, we don't like it when we're not live.
No,
we missed you guys.
Yeah,
we must be able to talk directly with people. We're getting more people showing up, and people are getting more talkative. We've had a lot of people that show up and don't say anything. Feel free to talk to us when we're live.
Yeah,
we want to.
Or just hang out. We like hanging out too. Like, it may seem like we're strictly business. No, we're actually not. We are actually anti-business.
We're
business? Anti-establishmentarianism.
Business? But I don't know this word.
Yeah, we'll make our money somehow. But thank you guys for listening. Remember to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell a frenemy. Follow us on anywhere that you can possibly want to listen to us, and subscribe, review. Yeah, reviews would be beneficial as well. It'll get us out there a little bit better. Anything else to mention?
Nah, follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram.
Oh yeah, our individual Twitters. That's right.
Our individual Twitters or the show's Twitter. The show's Twitter is more of a reminder when the episodes are out and stuff like that. But if you talk to us there, we will talk back.
Yes.
And depending on what you say, we may really talk back.
I'm going to hit you. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.